Good day. Today I'm going to upgrade my FPV goggles from my Aomway Commander V1s, which I've been using since early 2018, to my Aomway Commander V1s with the ImmersionRC Rapidfire module. What? You can do that? Sure you can. In fact, you can use a Rapidfire module or just about any receiver module, like the Foxier Wildfire, Clearview, Furious FPV TrueD module. You get the idea. In fact, it doesn't even have to be with the Aomway Commander V1s like I have. It also works with the Skyzone goggles like the O2C, O2X, or the O3Os, and may work with others that have an AV input as well. All you need is this $10 Skyzone Module Bay Adaptor, which I've got links to in the video description below. So today, I'll go over the ImmersionRC Rapidfire FPV Goggles receiver module and show you how I've updated my FPV goggles with it using the Skyzone Module Adapter. I'll do a before and after upgrade side-by-side flight comparison with and without the Rapidfire module to see if this upgrade to my Commander V1 FPV goggles is going to meet my needs, or if I'm going to be looking for an entirely new set of goggles this summer, which I can still use the Rapidfire module with. Sound good? Then give it a thumbs up below, share the video with your pilot buddies, and if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the little bell next to it to get notified of all future posts on your TMac FPV channel. Your home for your journey to better FPV fun, flights, and racing stuff. Alright, here's what my Aomway Commander V1 goggles look like before I make any modifications to it. On this side over here, I've got the ImmersionRC periscope antenna, and on this side here, I've got the TrueRC crosshair antenna. Of course, all the products that I'm going over today, I'll have links to in the video description below if you're interested in checking those out. So, this is what we're starting with. And then I'm going to introduce you to the Skyzone receiver module adapter, which will go on the side of the Aomway Commander goggles. This you can get for around $10 US, and once again, links down below. This goes to your DC in jack of your goggles, which on the Aomway Commanders is underneath. This plug goes to the DC in of your goggles, which on the Aomway Commanders is right here. And this is where your LiPo battery for your goggles power plugs into. And of course, what goes in the module bay is my ImmersionRC Rapidfire. Alright, let's put this together. The Skyzone Module Bay comes with a couple 3M Velcro pieces you stick on the back of the module bay itself, and also one on the side of the goggles. And that's how the module bay gets attached to your goggles. Let's go ahead and take the antennas off. I like these TrueRC crosshair and the ImmersionRC periscope antennas as well. There's one. Set that aside. Take this off. And we'll set that aside. Now this is going to go on something like this. So this can get inserted into the AV in right here. So let's go ahead and plug that in so we know approximately where this is going to sit. It looks like I'm going to have a gap there, so I'm going to have to put some sort of thicker Velcro tape or something on like that. I might have to put a couple of layers of Velcro tape on that. So let me go ahead and figure that out. Alright, I think what I'm going to do is, instead of trying to set the module up here like this with this big gap, I'm just going to slide it back, and you see the gap gets very narrow that way. And when I put the Velcro, the fuzzy Velcro on the back of this, then it should fit flush enough on the goggles. So let's go ahead and give that a shot. Take the fuzzy part of the Velcro, peel the backing off. Or on the, let's stick this on the adapter. Like that. And then we'll put this on the goggles. And then we'll go ahead and attach this like that. Doesn't seem like it's going anywhere. And then we plug this into the DC in. Now we get our Rapidfire. Unbox this. They give you two different things. The receiver module comes in this one. This other one's for old Fat Shark version goggles. Take this off. Pins. Now this module bay fits just about any type of receiver module, or any receiver module as far as I know. I just decided to get the Rapidfire. Oh look, these should fit nicely right here. Okay, I need black ones. Plug this into here. Let's take this out and plug this in. Need an adapter. I want like a 90-degree adapter for that. See what we got. There we go. All right, that's what it looks like so far. Looking good. Let's plug it in and see what the module does. We take a look at the side of the module, and the first thing we see is that we've got our frequency up top. We've got bands on the first row and channels on the second row. Now, one thing to note is you have your normal 6 bands: IRC Fat Shark, Race Band, Echo, Bravo, Alpha, Lima, and 8 channels. And those 6 bands and those 8 channels give you your normal 48 channels. But you also have another band over here called X band. That's what's called your favorites band, where you can insert specific channels that you like to use on a frequent basis into this favorites band. So you can have a mixture of channels from any of these other bands. As an example, you can have Fat Shark 4 as one of your channels. You could have Race Band 3 as another one of your channels. And that way, the channels that you normally use, you can just go to your favorites band and click on one of those channels. This is a joystick right here. You can change your band and channels using this joystick like this. If you go right or left with the joystick, it changes your band. If you go up or down, it changes your channel. Now, what's also nice about this is you can still use your band and channel button on your goggles to change the band and channel while you're viewing the goggles as well. Good stuff. Now, I just wanted to show you how to get into your favorites band and put a specific frequency that you want into your favorites band. So scroll over to the band, X, click on it, then you go over to your tools menu and click on favorites. It's highlighted right here with this little dot. Press that, and there's 5800 is the first favorite that I've added, which is Fat Shark 4. Let's say we wanted to add, I don't know, B3, 5771 is our second favorite. We scroll down to favorite 2, click on that, and we want to change that to 5771. To customize it, we move the scroll wheel over to the right, and then we go up and down with a toggle to change it. So let's go to 5771. Press down on it. Move the toggle left to exit. Now we see we've added 5771 as the second channel to our favorites band. That's how the favorites band works. All right, there's just one more feature I wanted to show you before we go outside and do our side-by-side comparison test of both with and without the Rapidfire module, and that's the spectrum analyzer. As you can see, I've got the Rapidfire module set at 5645. To enter the spectrum analyzer, you press down on the joystick and scroll over to Tools. Here you see Spectrum Analyzer. Press down on the joystick and it will scan the particular band that you have selected in the module. And you change the bands by going up or down. So I've selected to scan the Fat Shark band here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect my quadcopter that the VTX is set at Fat Shark F4 or 5800 Hertz. So when I do that, this spectrum analyzer should pick it up. Let's see what happens. Need to put this down so I can power on the quad. And here you see it's detected the VTX signal from the quadcopter on this band. Now, if I wanted to change my channel, which you saw previously was not on Fat Shark 4 on the module, all I have to do is to press the joystick. It goes to that channel. Move the joystick to the left to exit out. press down, and it automatically switches to 5800 hertz, which was the peak frequency that it was at when it detected the VTX channel using the spectrum analyzer. Pretty cool stuff, huh? All right, let's go take a look at our side-by-side comparison flights. All right, I'm going to launch and go through a gate and then around a flag in my backyard. Pay close attention as I approach the metal garage door, which is going to be on my left. At that time, the length of my house is going to be directly between me and my Rattler quad. We're coming up on it here. It looked to me like the Rapidfire did a much better job than the internal receiver of the Aomway Commanders. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. So that's my FPV goggles upgrade with the ImmersionRC Rapidfire module using the Skyzone Module Adapter. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts on both the Rapidfire module and the Skyzone Module Adapter. Make sure to hit the like button below, subscribe, and hit the little bell next to it to get notified every time new content is published on your TMac FPV channel. For more good info to speed you along your journey to better FPV fun, make sure to check out these next. Thanks for your time. I'll see you next video. Clear skies, friend.